I love the anime genre. It provides me almost endless opportunities like this to bring to the attention of all of you some incredible looking anime games. Some of these are MMOs, some of them are RPGs, and some of them are strategy games. Not all of them ultimately end up being good, but that's a chance that we're all willing to take, right? Hey, my name is STIX and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are taking a look at a brand new upcoming global anime game called Nightingale. Now, very little is known about the game currently, as they've really only released a single trailer, but apparently the developer team consists of members that worked on the Nightingale console and PC game, which is promising. I do have a link on our website, mmobi.tv, for those of you that want to pre-register for the game in anticipation of it launching. You'll find a link to that down in the description, down in the pinned comment below. Quick shout out to our patrons over on Patreon. This allows you to directly support us if you're interested. Every patron will have their name appear at the beginning of every single YouTube video, and you'll be immortalized in the MMO genre forever. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer. Nightingales are a bird, right? Man, no, the music in this trailer. Man, this is gorgeous. I'm pretty sure we do see actual, in-game footage. Or what I'm hoping is in-game footage. These are incredible looking waifus. These are incredible looking graphics. Wow, what an absolutely stunning looking trailer that was. But at the same time, at the end of the day, that was in fact just a trailer. And we all know trailers can be misleading, trailers can be deceiving. Not that I'm saying that this game is or that this game will be. Now, as noted earlier, the developer team Luminous Games are bringing their expertise from both console and PC gaming to this new title, Nightingale. They go on to state that they are focusing on creating a strong narrative, making sure that players are highly immersed in the gameplay, the world, and the design choice, which, if I'm being entirely honest here, if the trailer we saw is what the graphics are going to look like in game, this game is actually going to be gorgeous. They continue on, claiming that they wanted to tell a less conventional story, wanting the narrative to have a degree of depth, so they opted to adopt a darker, more heavy tone. This works for me, as if you guys have watched me for any length of time, I know I mention this all the time, but I am a huge fan of lore. That's typically why I tend to favor anime games, why I favor anime RPGs and JRPGs in general, because they always have such a large focus on the narrative, as opposed to Western games and Western RPGs that provide you, in essence, endless freedom to go where you want and do what you want, however you want, disregarding the story for hours, for days, for weeks at a time. The direction of the gameplay has yet to be fully unveiled. They did note that they want the gameplay to be more strategic, so it's not in essence just a numbers game. Higher numbers automatically equates to an easy victory. The trailer supposedly features full in-game footage. According to Luminous Games, they included some footage taken from the current, actively developed version of the game, specifically from the battle performance section, which might give us a small hint as to how the combat is going to look and function. They went on to state that specifically pertaining to the modeling and movement, they have plans on making gradual optimizations based on player feedback. In closing, they stated that the game is going to be coming out globally. but they will release more information once the UI design for the game reaches their expectations, which, you know what, honestly is not a bad thing, because why show off a game that looks crap, right? First impressions are everything, after all. Now, if I'm being honest here, and let's be real, I always am, this game, aesthetically, it actually reminds me very strongly of both Punishing Gray Raven and Honkai Impact. The character models are just unbelievably similar, and if the combat can be of a similar quality as well, then I think this game could be a massive hit. We do not have a definitive release date yet, 2022, 2023. We have yet to see full unaltered gameplay, especially of its combat. We don't know the exact type of game that it's going to be. Maybe something like Honkai or Cell Worker. What we do know though is that it had a stunning looking trailer, and that I will be the very first person to report on this whenever there's news, either good or bad. Hopefully good, but you know, maybe bad. Until then though, here's another game that you might be interested in.